Tonight we're back with another quick news update. See what's happening in the photographic world. But before we do that, it's mail time! Yay! I love getting presents. And here's one right here. I actually need to do an intro for this. Not sure what I would do. I'll need to think about that. Anyway, let's open this up. Never hold scissors like that, people. You will cut yourself. And see what we've got. We have LG Tone Studio headphones. Give them a try out and see if they're any good. Cool. And now onto a quick news update. First up, we have Polaroid. Polaroid has once again been sold to a new owner. Back in 2001, Polaroid first filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. It was acquired in 2005 by Peters Group Worldwide, but more trouble followed and it filed for Chapter 11 again in 2008. This time, it was picked up by a joint venture of Hilco Global and Gordon Brothers in 2009. The company has overseen licensing of its name and range of digital camera products and accessories, from colourful action cams to an ill-advised Nikon 1 imitator. Yeah, you can't do Nikon 1. The company has now been sold to a group of investors led by Smolakowski family. The new owners acquired 100% of the shares effective May 5th, 2017 from the Polad family, Gordon Brothers, Hilco Global and other smaller investors. The new ownership group, Wyclslaw Slava Smolakowski. He's a Polish businessman, investor with holdings in energy, biotech, real estate sectors and various other things. He previously held a 20% stake in Polaroid and now owns it outright. The headquarters for Polaroid will still remain in Minnetonka, Minnesota. I can't do a Minnesota accent, so yeah, we'll drop that. Not very good at American accents. The company also maintains offices in New York, Hong Kong, and plans for other international offices. DXO Mark has recently scored the Galaxy S8 camera, and it marks it at the same level as the Galaxy S7 camera and the HTC 10, and also the Sony Xperia X Performance with a score of 89 points. It's 1 point behind the current top phone camera, which is the Google Pixel, which comes in at 90. The main reason that the Galaxy S8 achieved the exact same score as the Galaxy S7 is because essentially it's the exact same camera in both. In still photography, DxO found Samsung's main strengths to be excellent autofocus, accurate white balance and very effective noise reduction. On the downside, however, the S8 did show lower levels of sharpness than those of its main competitors, namely the HTC, the Google Pixel, etc. On the video side, it scored 88 points, which put the S8 at joint top spot for video performance, along with the Galaxy S7 Edge and the Sony Xperia X and of course the Google Pixel. No surprise that it comes in at the exact same score as the Galaxy S7 Edge because, as I've said, it's the same damn camera. Sony has announced an FE 12-24 f4 lens in its G Master Lens lineup. Lens lineup? Yes. This is basically a direct competitor to Canon's 11-24 f4L lens. The lens features a 7-blade aperture design with rounded blade edges to give a circular rendering to bokeh from f4 all the way down to f8. f4, f5.6, that's only 2 stops. Anyway, the 7-bladed design should give 14 pointed sun stars when stopped down and shot directly into the sun. Something you should never actually do with a lens. Shoot directly into the sun. A lens focuses light. The sun is a very bright object. If you focus your lens directly at the sun, you're going to burn out the sensor in your camera. So, not very good advice there from Sony. Anyway, the 12-24 f4 lens will be available in August for a price of around $1,700. Now compare that to Canon's 11-24 L lens, f4 again, that comes in at $2,300. So about $600 price difference. And from what I've heard, the G Master, the G series lenses for Sony full frame mirrorless are actually really quite good. And another one from Sony, this time they've announced an FE 16-35mm f2.8 G Master lens. This is a constant f2.8 zoom. 16-35 f2.8 is actually quite good. The 16-35 features an 11-blade aperture design. Rounded aperture blades are designed to give a near perfect circular rendering of outer focus detail, bokeh, between f2.8 and f5.6. f2.8, f4, f5.6. Once again, 2 stops of light. Basically the same as their 11-24 lens, except that's f4 to f8. When you stop down to f16 though, the landscape photographers can expect sharp 22-point sunray bursts. The 16-35 f2.8 will be available in September at a price of about $2,200. Sigma has updated firmware on one of its Art series lenses and 3 contemporary zoom lenses. Their Art lenses are actually fairly new. The lenses involved are the Sigma 24-105, f4 DGOS HSM, that's the Art lens. The contemporary lenses are the 17-70 f2.8 to f4 DC macro lens, the 18-200 f3.5 to f6.3 DC macro lens, and the 18-300 f3.5 to f6.3 DC macro OS HSS lens. I actually have this 18-300 lens. The lens firmware update improves the autofocus accuracy when it is mounted on the Sigma mount converter MC11 EF to E and offers improved usability for video shooting. For customers who own the lenses just listed, you will need the Sigma USB dock in order to update the firmware. This is sold separately. And lastly, we dip into some rumours. Canon Rumours has an article about a Canon full-frame mirrorless camera. This has been talked about for, at least since Sony launched their A7 series of cameras, which is about 3 years ago now. Anyway, on to the rumour. The rumour states that the goal is to announce a full-frame mirrorless camera by Photokina 2018. So it's Photokina next year. That takes place in September of next year. It will be an EF mount native camera. That's a complete break from Canon's other mirrorless cameras which have EFM mounts, not full EF mounts. There will be a new sensor technology required for the EF mount in a mirrorless application. There will be no new lenses coming, just the camera body. It will be 4K video compatible. There will only be one full frame mirrorless camera body to start with others coming later. There's also a rumour that Canon is testing a more hybrid approach between a normal DSLR and a mirrorless camera. What that looks like, they're not quite sure. Anyway, there's your rumour and there's your news for this week. Stay tuned for more soon.